Alright, welcome back to hopefully one of the last streams of Zera's Cape Virtue's Last Reward. This took entirely longer than I thought it would. But oh well. We are now really close to the end. So I'll be happy when we reach it, and well, I'm sorry for being late. Could address that as well, I guess. I had to finish cooking the rice for the doggos. I always get a portion of rice with their normal dog food, just so they get satiated more easily. So yeah, where did we leave off? The second. Yes. I am so happy that we don't have to sit through. Oh no, you have to look for Quark, or oh no, Quark collabs anymore. Ah, that story beat is getting on my nerves. Or has been getting on my nerves for a while now. Okay, so we're gonna ally. Because we're good people. We're very good-natured people, of course. Don't you dare say otherwise. And see how long it will take. And then we can go. I think one of those unlocks, or we can go for this one. We shall see. Alright. 2 minutes remain until the Emberdex game polling closes.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to ally. Didn't we think that for Alice as well? Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Maybe next time you should vote yourself. Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. Let's skip that real quick. Netflix gave me recommendations of what I should watch or what's coming out, gonna be released soon. One of their super sappy romance movies. What was it called? Love at First Sight? Love is at First Flight? Something like that. I don't know. I watched the trailer. It is super sappy. But I don't know. I put it on my list because I was so in the mood for something romantic, but I have to wait for another day. Okay, I'm probably not gonna watch it tomorrow anyway. Okay, I grinned back at her before I knew that what I was doing. For a minute, the nunnery game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
What should be wrong with my hand? Huh?
There's something white on it.
There's what? Sigma, what did you do? What the hell is this? For the first time since I'd found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. Yes, oh, yeah. Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid. It doesn't look good, Sigma. For a moment, I thought I'd somehow touched some white paint or something similar. No, it doesn't look like paint at all. But the truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand. It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? You're not human. Where was the blood? I felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly, I held my palm against my chest. Shouldn't have let Luna see that. Maybe you should have paid attention to a cut in your palm earlier than her pointing out, yo, what's that weird stuff coming out of your hand? Wouldn't a normal person be like, oh, well, I guess I'm hurt. Maybe I should wrap it before I drag my blood everywhere?
Are you alright?
He's perfectly fine. Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilled it, of course, and that's why your hand is... okay, yeah. Makes perfect sense. Logic and reasoning. Perfect. It sounded even stupider as I said it. Thanks. Thanks that you realized it.
Really?
Luna, he just had an itch, okay? Don't worry, it's fine. He just forgot to wipe his hand. Yeah.
But...
Just shut up. It's fine, alright? I'm fine. Leave me alone. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth, but something was wrong. Very wrong, and my head was spinning.
Sigma...
Oh, man. I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds.
Shut up. There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. I took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my head refused to calm itself. Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think about the AB game right now. Just forget about your hand. Who was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that.
10 seconds. 9.
Shut up.
8. 7. 6.
Yeah, it's gonna run out anyway.
4. 3.
As always.
1. Round 2. Result and...
Right, any last words? Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
So you chose Ally after all?
Yeah. To be honest, the AB game was the last thing on my mind. As chaotic as my thoughts were, they all centered on one thing. My hand. The mysterious white liquid, of course.
Do you want to go see the results?
Sure. Luna nodded and walked off toward the projection, but I couldn't move. Then go to the infirmary and use the atom. I glanced around to make sure no one was watching and opened my hand. The liquid didn't seem to have clotted or run out since it was still oozing thickly out of the slit in my hand. What in the hell is this? As I said, go to the infirmary and use the atom. You might not be able to figure everything out, but it might be able to say, hey, you're not human. It couldn't be blood, could it? No, that was impossible. No matter how many white blood cells clumped together, you'd never get anything that looked like that. And I'd never seen my blood do this before. In 22 years of life. How is he 22? Why are you looking 35? Minimum. I've seen my body bleed many times. Scrape knees as a kid, accidentally nicks with a knife as an adult, but every single time I bled red, like any other human being. So why was it this time it was white? What the hell is happening to me? Sigma! I keep telling you, go to the infirmary.
Hey, Sigma, what are you doing? Get the hell over here. They're gonna show the results.
Yeah, I don't care. It's not like Clover is gonna be doing Alice and run to the AB room and vote betray. Yeah, right. On my way. I did my best to compose myself and headed over to join the others.
Please.
It's so sad how few are here just to see that everyone allied. Again, I was waiting for the betray here.
Points have please.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Isn't it?
Everyone voted ally.
No.
You did just like you promised, Kay.
How could I choose betray after what Phi said to me?
Tenmyoji and Dio voted ally too.
Of course. If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
We should thank the both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was all Sigma.
Then thank you very much, Sigma. Sigma? Sigma, are you alright?
He's fine. Just ignore him.
Come on,
He's
what's
just
wrong?
a weirdo,
Just
like always.
say something.
Nah. Huh? Oh, yeah, it looks like we all allied. That's great.
Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms. What happened? You make it past at Luna and get shot down?
No, nothing like that.
Hey man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke?
Nah,
You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
your jokes suck anyway. Before Dio could continue, the heavy metal rumble of doors shutting echoed through the warehouse.
The Amberjack's gates have round start there.
We can open the gates as many times as we want to?
Yep.
Then, that means...
We can
Hi,
play the
Xerix.
AB game as many times as we like, right?
Have a fun evening as well.
Hey, Zero Jr. said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up.
Yeah, right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all your
Vicky,
colors
what
and
are you
assignments
doing?
are.
Everyone nodded and held their arms out toward him. Maybe you shouldn't. I stared at them, terrified to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. Take care as well. So I held my arm out, hands tightened into a white knuckle fist to hide the cut. When their eyes landed on my hand, my heart skipped a beat. Jackson, what are you doing?
Huh. So Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right. You're a cyan, and I'm magenta.
That makes Sigma the only solo, huh? A red solo. So what are the four we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so two of them are our partners.
That means the other two are solos. Although, I guess we don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and
Got it,
blue.
buddy. Come on up.
Why's that?
Didn't you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the floor B warehouse. They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Ah, yes. Phi and I saw them as well.
Good thing
On our way
Sigma
back
isn't
from the
thinking
garden with the
anything right now.
unconscious Quark. There they were.
Don't. I want to turn this off.
Each one had a box just like the doors on floor A.
Yeah,
Given
that
that,
was
I don't see how
totally
there can be any
necessary.
question. Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations will have to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors.
Yes.
The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other three colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
Jackie. Okay.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
I shall accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
What will you two do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
About
Something?
Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. She must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. There was what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. I managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Whoa, hold on. A private talk? What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting
How
anything.
to murder you.
I promise. It's nothing.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
Theo tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and feigned disinterest and marched out the yellow door. Temioji and Kay quickly followed. In only moments, all three had disappeared. Can imagining Theo with his ear on the door trying to hear anything. What was it that you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. Nah. I did my best to act as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
Where would you want to go?
Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
The garden? As strange as our request was, I had no reason to object. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off. Yep. The garden.
You know this place?
Yes, well, sort of. I came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, I see.
You wanted to be the one to show it to me? Alright, so what brings us
Isn't
here?
this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy.
Right, and that's why you wouldn't bring
Oh,
him
there's a
to the
bench over there.
infirmary when he's hurt.
Would you like to sit down with me?
Or is oozing some weird liquid. She sat down softly and gently. How do you sit down softly and gently? What? And I lowered myself down next to her. Oh well. So, what did you want to talk about? To me. Instead of answering, Luna lifted the tiny birdcage pendant she wore into the palm of her hand. She was silent for a moment and then began to talk. Okay. I was so happy not have to read anything for a while, and now I have to do it again. Oh well. Oh well.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
This is actually a music box.
That's cute. Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom, and it made an almost imperceptible winding noise. Becky! Stop it! I feel like I've heard this. This is probably one of the soundtracks. One of the music pieces on the soundtrack, but I can't place it right now. When she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess.
Oh, Jackson! 1 second. Come on. Stop that! What's wrong? Stay there.
I wanted you to know more about me. Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone.
Okay.
It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me. They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird?
Yeah, well, I know the gist of it. I know the gist of what? I think it starts on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named... what? Piltle? And Myrtle? One second, what? What are we talking about? Maeterlinck's The Bluebird. Google. Yeah, I know we're gonna get the explanation real quick, but I've never heard of that, and I now want to know the origin. The Bluebird. Movies. Maeterlinck. Yeah, video, come on. Okay, I want the origins. Okay, apparently first was played in Moscow. Perfect. Totally what I want to know. Reply. Okay, he's a blue. Okay, he's a Belgian playwright. Good. Why is the English one more... knows more about it than the German one? Well, or says more about it, I guess. Wikipedia, I mean. Yeah. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named Tiltle and Myrtle gets asked to find a bluebird by this old woman, and they travel to the dream world or something. Jackson, stop it! Are you a cat? Why are you in panic mode? Anyway, supposedly if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in a birdcage in their hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story.
Is
And
it?
it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, like you said, happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true.
Jackson.
Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they'd meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird. In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes. When Tiltil and Nittil try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away. And then the story ends.
Oh. What about the moral, then?
It changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you'll lose it again. I thought about that for a while, but in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for, and it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy.
Yeah, that makes the most sense in this regard.
You know, Sigma, I think you might be Tiltil.
What?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something?
Yes. Sure.
Where did you find Alice?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. Where did you find Alice?
Give me a second. I have to clear off this space next to my desk so Jix can lay down, hopefully, and shut up. It is annoying. Such an evil person, I know, you don't have to tell me. Thank you. Now you can sit down. Happy? Should be enough space for you now. Idiot doggo. Room 2 in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
I was in the lounge. That was after we'd split up to go look for Alice. The first place I went was the lounge.
So you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice. And then you rushed her to the infirmary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me this then.
Oh,
How do you know about the garden? Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice. Didn't you? That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
Well, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain it to myself. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I'd been there before?
Sigma,
Luna?
are you a robot? Have you always been here?
Harsh! Harsh, Luna, harsh! What?
See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
Damn, so you did see it, huh?
Yes. I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton. It makes them look almost exactly like a human. And ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
For some reason, when Luna had called me a robot, it hadn't really faced me. Maybe because it was just so out there. It didn't sound like a real possibility. It sounded more like a theory you'd get from someone in a nut house. Yeah, well, okay, for your memory being cut off in 2028, I guess. My hand was still oozing white liquid. Was I really a robot? No, that was impossible. I need to stop doing that. Questioning myself so much was giving me heart palpitations. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I am a robot. That means there's a pretty good chance Zero's pulling my strings. That would make me your enemy.
Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Why not?
Maybe because you're a robot.
Huh?
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics? They were a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov that
Yes,
he used
I
in
know them.
several of his stories.
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. Rule 2. A robot must obey any orders given to it by human beings except when such orders would conflict with the first law. Can't remember rule 3, but the game will tell me. Rule 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Right. Oh yeah, I've heard those before. That's just an ideal though. You could work toward that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever they wanted to.
Yes, you're right. But I believe in them. In you. However you're programmed, I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws. A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes. Well, I guess I'm just
Keep
kind
dreaming.
of assuming you're a robot. There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests.
Yes?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Well, the atom should be able to tell us.
Thank you, Luna! Oh yeah, that thing in the infirmary. Sigma, listen to the voice in your head. Listen to me. I heard the crunch of dried leaves behind us. But when I turned, there was nothing. Who is it?
Is someone there?
Just me.
Why?
Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something.
Luna and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes. How is she hidden in there? There's barely any bush to be hidden behind.
Welcome.
But okay. How long have you been there?
I just got here a little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
Of course
No.
she...
Were
What?
you talking about something you didn't want me to know about? Whatever. Just have a look at this.
For sure. I looked the line of... Looked at the what? Followed the line of the finger. Shit! This is... the
Antimatter bomb.
missing bomb.
Exactly.
We have all of them
I'm
now,
pretty
right?
sure
No,
someone
we
didn't
haven't
move it
found
here from the crew
number
quarters.
0 yet.
In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb. Look at the number on the side.
But she didn't have a cardboard box. It says 01.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right? Then that must mean...
There's at least a number 2. Shit. Then there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
Yes.
Can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
Damn it. That means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite a while.
Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well, I was taking a walk.
In the bushes. You really think I'm gonna buy that?
Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret. So I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse.
How dare
Of course
you?
you weren't there. That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I found the bomb. So, believe me now?
No, not really. So, who planted the bomb?
Honestly, it could have been any one of us. Anybody
it's
could have
Dio.
come here while we were all looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
Yeah, you're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. Why does our memory always leave us when it comes to pointing out who the real culprit is? Everyone else was already there when we arrived. Clover and Tenmyoji. Kay and Dio. And, of course, Alice and Quark. Both seem to be sleeping peacefully. You'd never think to look at them. To look at them that... What? What? Give me that again. When? You'd never think to look at them that they'd been completely insane not so long ago. This translation sucks so hard sometimes. It's not like my English is perfect, but... Proofreading is important, okay? Okay, you'd never think that they looked completely insane not so long ago. Alright, everybody listen up. I told them how we'd found the #1 bomb in the garden. Are you claiming you found it when it was 5? And how, judging by the numbering on the 2 bombs we'd found so far, there was probably a #2 bomb out there somewhere too.
Oh, this is bad. What are we going to do?
Well, I think Alice mentioned something.
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Oh, whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without
Yeah, why
that,
don't you
we're
give it to
still
us,
boned
Dio?
even if we did have the password.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
Very true.
So you're planning to search us for it?
Exactly.
But...
No buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate. Clear? Good. Now who's going to be first?
Just take Dio. They all have magic pockets. I don't think you can find it. Wait, huh? You only need to search one person.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying them. Well, okay, I guess me pointing out
How
that
can
it's
you... There's no way.
annoying. Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. Dear darling, I know who set the bombs. That person. That person is you. Excuse!
Come on, what is this? Are you high?
Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, Kay, but could you hold him down?
Well...
It's on him, I promise.
Knock it off, Sigma. You're doing this all backwards.
No, this isn't a court. Besides, all we want is to know who set the bombs.
Ugh.
And why are you getting so worked up anyway? If you're innocent, then a search will show that and I'll look like an idiot.
Nice try. That's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so. What are you even basing this on? How do you know I set the bombs?
Monsieur, indeed.
Spit
Because
it out.
I know about the Myrmidons.
The what?
I beg your pardon?
No. How do you know that, Sigma?
Because Sigma knows everything. That's not all I know. I know about Free the Soul, and I know about Brother. And
What the hell are
Left.
you talking about?
I can tell you the details later. It's boring, don't you worry. You don't need to know. But there's no question that you were the one who set up the bombs.
Who the fuck do you think you are? None of that has anything to do with me. I don't know who the Myrmidons are. And I don't know what Free the Soul is, and I certainly don't know anything about some old fart called Brother.
Huh. Oh dear, tell me, how does that foot taste? Who? The Myrmidons? I don't recall saying the Myrmidons were people. And what about Brother? How would you know his age if I haven't said anything besides his name?
Wait, so he's left? But that means he's a terrorist.
A terrorist?
Oh dear.
Left?
Good job, Clover.
Well, looks like I won't be able to talk my way out of this one.
Seriously,
Seriously,
not
though,
that you ever
Why did we
were.
get so famous? The Myrmidons aren't supposed to be something anybody knows about, let alone YouTube jokers. Okay, you got me. Yes, I'm the leader of the Myrmidons. My real name is Left. I was sent here to stop Zero Senior's AB plan.
It's
That's
still
why I planted the
fucking with my
bombs.
brain that they are
If it
called
looked like the
Brother
plan
and
might
Left.
actually succeed, I was
Those
supposed to blow
parents
this whole
certainly
place
hated
sky
their
high.
kids. AB
What's
plan?
that?
Oh, well, looks like you don't know everything after all. I
Oh, he
should've been
will
more
know, don't you
careful.
worry.
Then again, it's not like it really matters. After all, you're gonna die here.
What?
God damn it, no. I leapt toward him.
Whoa there. Better not come any closer. You think I'm not prepared for this? Take one step and it'll be your last.
Then, that thing you're holding.
It's the detonator.
Yeah, I guess it is. Now back the fuck off!
Dio, please calm down. If you you press that button, you'll die too.
So? Believe me, there's plenty more where this came from.
What?
Now that we've cleared that up, back off!
Nah. How about no?
Come on, move it! Go, go, go!
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it! We had no choice. Slowly, carefully, we backed away. All of us, except for one. Then Myoji.
Hey, Grandpa, your hearing gone? I
Yeah.
said back off.
No.
You. I'm not screwing around here.
I can see that. So why don't you do it? Go ahead. Press that button.
What?
Tenmyoji!
Something wrong? Hurry it up. I'm not getting any younger. Oh, do I sense hesitation? What's the matter, Dio? Scared? Well,
Myoji gets bonus points.
so you were just bluffing.
Not bluffing, goddammit. You hear me? I'll do it.
Oh, I'm sure you will. But there's really something I should tell you.
Oh,
See
sure.
that detonator you're holding? It's a fake.
What?
You really took it? For just an instant, Dio's eyes twitched down to the device in his hand. That was all the opening Tenmyoji needed.
Yeah!
Karate, Tenmyoji. He cried out as he leapt through the air. Tenmyoji's leg shot out, knocked the detonator from Dio's hand, and get it in the range of, what was it, 3 meters? Shit. Not good.
What happened?
The detonator. He doesn't have it anymore.
What? What's happening?
There's a red light on it now.
Oh, you really fucked up, Tenmyoji. This is what happens when you try to show off.
What?
I'm sorry. This is my fault. Yeah, you should have said something. I didn't have time to tell you how it worked. You had
What are
more
you
than
saying?
enough time. The detonator isn't supposed to be separated from Dio. If it is, then the time on the bombs automatically activates.
Damn. How much do you know?
Everything.
Fine, whatever.
Well, not
Well, he's
everything just
right.
yet, but
If that thing ever gets more than a meter
Almost
away from me,
everything.
it activates. When it does, it starts the timers on all the bombs. So thanks to this old fart, you get to try and defuse a bunch of activated bombs on a countdown. You can go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want.
okay,
Once the
give me
timers have been
the
activated, they'll go
bomb
off
code
anyway.
for number 2, please.
How long do we have? When do they explode?
Half an hour.
You should know, Sigma. Why don't you tell her?
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yep, lovely,
That's
right?
crazy!
Yeah, it's fine.
How do we stop them?
The emergency deactivation passwords.
None of us know them, though.
Right, none of us know, but there's someone who does, isn't there?
Okay, okay. I'll give you one, since I'm such a swell guy. The password for bomb number 2 is EQD DYR NTK.
Bomb number 2?
But we haven't found that one yet.
TK? Okay, continue.
Oh? Oh. Well, my mistake. Must have slipped my mind. Well, there's nothing you could do anyway. You don't have the input device. Really, it'll be much easier if you all just give up.
Where's the input device?
Oh gosh, I wonder.
Where did you put the number 2 bomb?
Shoot, you know, I just can't remember.
You son of a bitch.
Anyway, I think it's time for me to be moving on.
Moving on.
To where?
What, I have to explain everything? To the next world, of course.
No, wait! I threw myself toward Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it and kept his arm pinned.
Shit! Let go of me, goddammit! Get off of me!
Nah.
Let me go!
You're just so comfortable to sit on. He continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started trying to pry his open.
Hey! Hey! I'm not fucking around, alright? Let go of my goddamn arm!
By then, the others had run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Very helpful, guys. Even then, he refused to stop. With increasing desperation, he tried to get the hand I had grabbed to his mouth. Could someone get
We don't have a choice. Luna, go get the Sooooo.
Yes, thank you. No, if we put him to sleep, we can't get what we need out of him. Okay, true, I guess.
You think I don't know that? What other choice do we have? Every minute we spend wrestling this prick is a minute we don't have to deal with those bombs. We don't have time for this. What are you doing, Luna? Go! Right.
We know all but the zero bomb after all.
Okay, I've got it. I'm ready when you are.
You
Well,
can
we
do
know the
whatever you
password
want
for
to
it.
me, you fucking cowards! You're still gonna die! Go ahead!
But
Tell
we
yourselves
found
you can fix it. Run around
the
like
input device
idiots
on the
before you get
first
blown to
route,
atoms.
right?
Serves you fucking right! You're gonna burn!
I mean the
For God's sake.
leftmost one.
Luna, shut him up!
Right. Here goes.
Thank you. Took you long enough. How much Sooooo do we have though? It's like the third dose of an entire bottle. That, well, I guess we killed another person. Good job, us. As they began to climb off of him, I finally pried Dio's hand open. There it was, just what I'd expected. A small, unassuming capsule. I didn't know what was in it exactly, but there was undoubtedly some kind of poison. It was. I stumbled toward the sink and tossed it into the drain. How much time do we have left?
About 20 minutes or so, I think.
And how much time until the white doors open?
About 20 minutes or so. The same.
So, what do we do?
We put in those passwords and stop the bombs.
We searched Dio, but he doesn't have anything that might be the input device.
Well, only one thing to do then.
And that is?
We split up and find it. Unless any of you have another suggestion. A dismal silence filled the room. Even though no one spoke, I could see despair on every face.
All right, no point sitting around. Until those things actually go off, we've still got a chance. Sigma, you come with me. We're going to have to go look at the number 3 bomb. See if the timer really has started or not. All the rest of you,
Right.
listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
What?
Why there?
Just listen. Worst case scenario, we'll open the white doors and go through them to wherever they go. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Understood. We will take them to the Floor B warehouse. Once we've done so, We will begin to search for the input device in the number 2 bomb.
Good. Thanks. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
I turned without waiting and headed for the door. Before I could blink, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile, then hurried after her. What was that? You think he's just gonna have it lying right next to the bomb? Sounds logical.
The light's flashing. I guess the countdown has started. So, what are we going to do? Without a way to enter the passwords, we're screwed. Right. We'll just have to split up and look for it. I'll look around here, you go check somewhere else. If we get to T-minus 5 minutes, then we'll meet back in the Floor B warehouse. Got it?
Got it. I wasn't sure what to say. If we hadn't found it by then, was there really any point in meeting up again?
What's with that look? Don't
He's
worry.
already given
We'll figure it out, I
up.
promise. You know what they say. Swimsuits never quit.
What? No, that's not a thing. And it doesn't make any sense. Besides, why the hell are you cracking jokes right now?
I'm just, trying to show you that life is still worth living. After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
I see. Well, I admit I am a bit curious.
All
I'm
right.
not. Don't care.
Looks like we're on the same page. Now get moving. We don't have time to stand around.
Why would I want to see that? Fine, be careful, right? I checked the time on my bracelet as I headed out of the crew quarters and into the hallway. Yes. Damn, only 15 minutes. I need to hurry. I broke into a run. Don't show this animation and then we're Gucci because it takes ages. Before long, I found myself in front of the infirmary. Yes, it was a 5-second run to the infirmary. Okay, all too often, what you're looking for is right in front of you. We'd spend a lot of time in the infirmary, so it seemed kind of fitting, somehow, that it might have been there all along. Or maybe Deo had dropped it there recently. There was no way to know. Was there? And in any event, I had to start looking somewhere. True that. Did they even divide who goes where? Luna, you're still here?
Yes. The others are taking the people who are asleep to the white doors. I chose to stay here. I thought you might come back.
Why?
Because the atom is here. I thought you might want to use it. Isn't that why you're here?
What? I mean, yeah, I want to know what's going on with me, but I'm currently not here for that. It's driving me nuts. Oh, I feel sick. But this isn't the time for that. Being a robot isn't going to mean a lot if I die anyway.
Oh, why did you come here then?
Isn't that obvious? I'm trying to find that input thing so we can turn off the bombs.
Really?
Yes. Why would I lie?
I see. I seem to have made a mistake. I knew you couldn't use the atom without me. So
Why wouldn't I be able to use the atom without you?
I guess I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
She turned and headed toward the exit. Wait. Couldn't just let her leave like that. He sighed. How long would it take?
Not more than 5 minutes or so.
That's too much. Are you sure? Only 5 minutes?
Yes.
Sigma, we have 10. Okay, let's do it. Analyze my body. And hi, Spy, by the way. I totally forgot to say hi. How you doing? I lay down on the table. Luna picked up the Adams scanner and began to run it across me slowly and methodically. And hi, Suki! In a few minutes, she was finished.
That's it. You can get up now.
I sat up and hopped off the table. The screen was already starting to show my results. So, what does it say? My eyes were glued to her face, looking for any sign of what the answer might be. She studied the readout for several long seconds before replying.
Well...
Yes?
It says you're not a robot.
Aww.
You're human.
She sounds kind of sad. I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. My relief didn't last long.
But your body isn't entirely human.
What?
You're part machine.
Oh no. Wait, what are you saying?
Look here. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human. They're made out of a titanium alloy. On top of that skeleton is artificial biological tissue. It's also called ABT. Your arms are cybernetic.
Ooh, what does that mean?
Cybernetic? It means a mechanical system that interfaces with a biological one. You see all these root-like things around the titanium bones? Those are artificial nerves. They're probably connected to your own nerves, which is how you can move your arms. I imagine they allow you to feel things through your arms too.
Well, apparently not from the hand, though. What? No, this is ridiculous. I think replacing my arms with robot ones is something I remember. And I know they weren't always like this. When I was a kid, I broke my arm and they took an x-ray of it. The doctor told me I had really thick bones and that I must have done something pretty insane to break them. When the hell did this happen? Why did somebody replace my arms? Sigma, not the time. Wait. Okay, let's say you're right and my arms are cybernetic. Not the time. Wouldn't that mean I don't have to worry about the bracelet going off?
No. Unfortunately, you probably do still have to worry about that.
But why?
The cybernetic arms are made to function just like real arms, which means they interface with the rest of your body. Which means that anything injected into them is spread to the rest
that's
of your
fine,
body.
but shouldn't we be able to just take it off? How do you know that?
I just do.
That's not an answer.
Yes, you're right. But not everything has an answer. There are some things you just can't explain.
Right.
Don't you know how that feels? How did you know about the garden? How did you know that Dio planted the bombs?
Because I'm omniscient. That's why. I'm God.
I'm sorry, Sigma. I wish we could talk some more, but our time is up.
Time? I pressed the buttons on my bracelet and felt my stomach drop. A good job, Sigma. 1 minute. We've only got 1 minute left?
Sigma, there's one last thing.
Yes?
I was given very specific instructions.
Yeah? I shuddered. Not because I was scared of what was about to happen. Because I was scared of Luna. She was calm, unnaturally so, like a machine with a human face. We were about to die. How could she be so calm?
Please pay attention. This is very important. You must be sure to remember it.
Remember? I was about to die. How was I supposed to remember anything?
Should you encounter a two-headed lion devouring the sun, remember GTF DML016. With this key, the first gate shall be open to you.
Okay. Give me a second. GTF DML016. On it. Already done, Captain.
There you go. I hope we can meet again someday. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
Do they change for every playthrough? Before she could answer. The world exploded into noise and light, and I disappeared along with it. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Do-do-do-dum. Sigma end. So Sigma's ending in VLR. Yes. You see his face so little. It's kind of nice to have his picture here. Okay, now let's see. It finally opened up. Yes. Okay, so this opened up. Ooh. Does that mean we have what we need to go through here? But well, let's get Quark sending first. Maybe. Skip.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand? There's something white on it.
It still doesn't look like
The
anything.
structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything
It should
close
be
to
allowed
human.
to show on stream.
Your arms are cybernetic.
Can't I skip that? What I handed to you is the achievement. What the hell was that? I have cybernetic arms? It was both shocking and utterly obvious. Of course my arms were artificial. Titanium alloy bones with ABT exterior to mimic human skin. But I had no idea why. Nor did I know when my human arms, which I distinctly remembered having, had been replaced. Or was it Dio's ending? Oh well. And that flash of Luna I'd seen, I was certain it had never happened. Those things hardly mattered though. If I survived, I could worry about them later. The fact that my arms were mechanical, however, that might be useful. I called up all the strength I had left and stood one more time. What are you waiting for? Why don't you open it already?
What?
Did I stutter? Open the number 9 door.
Sigma! What are you saying?
Looks like you finally gave up. Whatever. I was just about to flip the switch anyway.
Then
Hey,
hurry up and...
Don't rush me. Okay, you've got 9 BP now, right?
Yes?
Well, what do you say? Wanna come with?
I will remain here.
Why?
Aww.
I cannot abandon Sigma.
Don't worry about me. Go. You have to get outside and call for help.
But
Do you think Dio will? If he's the only one who gets out of here, there's no hope for the rest of us. You're the only one who we can count on.
I understand.
Great. Glad we got that settled. Shall we go?
No! Stop!
Ah, thank you. Phi began to move, but it was already too late. Dio grabbed the lever and threw it down. Sometimes... After this ending, I need to go get myself some water. My throat is so dry.
The number
9 door, blah blah.
It's been fun. Peace.
Same. Peace, my dude. Have fun dying.
I promise to call for help and return as soon as I can.
Totally believable.
Please, do not give up hope.
Yeah, I know. Just get going already. But... just you, okay?
Huh?
As Dio turned to look at me, I crouched. Then, calling on every last bit of strength my wearied body could supply, I launched myself towards him like a coiled spring. I slumped into his legs, knocked him to the floor, and wrapped my hands around his ankle before he could get back up.
Hey! What are you doing, you bastard?
Killing
Door's gonna
you.
close! Let
Yep.
go! Let go, goddammit! Let me go!
He lashed out with his free leg as my head, shoulders and arms but I held on. I ignored the pain, tightening my grip with every blow.
Hey! What the hell is this shit? Why are you doing this? I kept my promise, didn't I?
Yeah. So did I. As far as I recall, I didn't say anything about letting you escape.
What? Shit! Stop screwing around, asshole! I have to get out of here. I'm not going to let my sacred mission get fucked up by some self-righteous idiot.
Oh, who's self-righteous right now? Dio began to pull himself along with his elbows, bit by bit, edging closer to the exit. He was headed straight through the door. But the gate was already beginning to close. With only a few feet to spare before it shut, he crawled across the threshold and beyond the door. Could somebody help?
Stop! That's enough! Please, you have to let go!
The door's going to shut on you if you don't let go.
I'll pull him back or anything. Something. Alright. See you later, dear.
You're an idiot right up until the end, aren't you? Just hurry up and die! You senile old fuck!
No, I'm going to live. Yikes. That didn't sound nice.
The number 9. This thing as escape. Please.
The announcer's voice grated at the inside of my skull. I felt tired, so very, very tired. I felt my eyes flutter closed. And then, nothing. Yes? Hmm?
Sigma! Sigma!
Finally awake, huh?
Where am I? I rubbed my eyes and slid my legs off the bed to stand up. Well, to be honest, it was an examination table, not a bed. Which meant... the infirmary, huh?
I guess they carried you out here after you passed out.
You guess?
Well, I wasn't there to see it. I was out just like you. But I was in the AB room.
Why?
That bastard K. He punched me in the stomach. I can't believe him. He didn't want me voting, so...
Whoa. And after he knocked you out, he voted betray, which brought his BP up to 9.
Yes.
So, where is he now?
On the other side of the number 9 door. With Dio.
You told him to go, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Is your arm okay? I heard what happened. Cybernetic arms, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. I was starting to get a feeling something was up with you.
I looked down at my left hand. Or rather, I looked down at where my left hand should have been. Instead, there was a stump, wrapped in white gauze. I told myself I'd do anything to get the cure, even if it meant letting Dio betray me, but I had a feeling I might come to miss my hand. Yeah. I would think so. Oh yeah. How's Quark?
I'm right here.
Quark? Man, I'm glad you're alright. Feeling better?
Yep. Thanks to you. You got the medicine from that jerk Dio, right? Luna gave it to me and now I'm better. Thanks. You're the best, Mr. Sigma. You saved my life.
It seemed they'd shared stories while I was asleep. Everyone knew now how I'd made a deal with Dio and how the journal we'd found with the letter in it. Clover and Fire seemed to have done most of the talking. Well, you were out of it, so you couldn't have said anything, so...
It was completely the opposite of what we guessed. We're not infected. The rest of the world is. That means this place isn't a quarantine facility. It's more like a shelter.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. I thought the same thing you did, but then Sigma pointed out a couple of discrepancies.
Yeah, Vi and I have already gone over it, but... I explained what I'd noticed. 1. if we were in a shelter for uninfected people, why had Quark been infected? Yes, true, true. Any place designed to keep a virus like that out would have a lot of safeguards to keep anything from getting in. Had the virus really bypassed all those measures? It didn't seem likely. 2. The timing of our abduction and the pandemic's outbreak was strange. It would make sense if we'd been rescued after the disease had been widespread, but that wasn't what happened. First, we'd been abducted, then the pandemic had broken out. 3. We didn't know why Zero had put us in the nunnery games. If we were survivors he wanted to protect, why try and kill us? If we were in a shelter, why wasn't it safe?
Well, what about this? Maybe someone anticipated the pandemic. I don't know who. Probably Zero. Anyway, they grabbed us before the pandemic really started. Then they put us in the shelter. But then, after a while, he got bored, so he decided to have us play this game to kill time.
Who on earth would make people he rescued play a game where they could die just because he was bored?
Well, we don't actually know if there is poison in this bracelet.
What?
You're the only one who's gotten injected so far. And when you did, it was only Sooooo.
What are you saying? Was that what I... That's what
No, that's not what I mean.
That what I did at the number 9 door was all pointless?
That can't be it. I'm sure there's tubocurarine in the bracelets. The Atom's analysis confirmed it. But what if the Atom is lying? If you're going to do that, then we don't have anything to base any speculations on. You could say that the newspaper article was fake, or that the Latin journal wasn't real.
Or the journal was real, but my translation was a lie.
You made it up?
No, my translation was accurate. I'm just making the point that once you start talking about this stuff being fabricated, it doesn't stop.
Sure.
I don't think Zero is doing this just to take the piss out of a lime.
What?
I was just trying to stress that I don't think Zero would do this to pass the time.
How do you make that mistake?
However, I do think Clover has half a point.
Meaning?
That someone did anticipate this pandemic. That part seems reasonable.
Well, if the virus was spread on purpose, then I could see how that might make sense. Yeah. It's not like Noah put all the animals on his ark after the flood happened. He went around before the rain started falling to gather them all up. Right?
Are you saying that we were rescued because we're all that's left of humanity?
Nah.
We were brought here because someone knew there would be a pandemic that would turn us into an endangered species? Does that mean we're supposed to repopulate the planet?
Repopulate. Oh. I looked around and did a quick inventory. Yep, that would be a harem. Right. Although... Demiurge still would be able to father some kids. Since men do get less fertile with age, but they don't lose the ability completely to father children. So, yes, Quark is still out, but for now, there are 2 men that could repopulate. It still would be kind of stuck after that because, well, your gene pool is only that small. That meant I was the only young, fertile man. Male. Repopulation, huh? That didn't sound so bad. If that was the case, maybe there wasn't any reason to escape. Come on. No. If the newspaper and the journal were right, then the world outside was crawling with a deadly virus. Why would we go expose ourselves to that? This would be the safest, happiest place on Earth. For you, maybe.
The game's over. There's no point to any of this now.
No, that's not true. The game might be over, but we've still got a lot of unanswered questions. In fact, we've got even more questions.
So? Are those answers going to open the number 9 door again?
Maybe.
It's all over. Why we're stuck here doesn't mean shit. The 8 of us aren't leaving, ever. That's all that matters.
You're including the old woman?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? What if the old lady is Zero Senior?
Yeah, you're right. We never even considered that.
But that would mean the person in charge of all this was murdered by somebody. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe she wasn't murdered.
Huh?
Are you saying she was infected with Radical 6?
And killed herself?
But we didn't find a knife or any kind of weapon in the AB room with her.
Maybe she was killed somewhere else. And then someone carried her in there.
What? That's ridiculous.
Well, maybe we should go take a look at her one more time. Maybe we missed something.
Sure, okay. We looked down at the body of the old woman. Vi was the first to move. Quietly and methodically, she began to examine the woman and her clothes. I just stood there. Even if she was dead, no, especially because she was dead, I just didn't feel right touching her. After a few silent minutes, Vi suddenly stopped. She pulled something from one of the old woman's sleeves and held it out toward me. Yeah? Reshki.
Looks like an ID card for this place. Since it's got her picture on it, I'd say it's a safe bet the card is hers.
Huh. Looks like her name is Kurashe Ever
Nope.
heard it before?
You?
Anything on the back? Pass. Jumpy doll. It says Jumpy doll.
Well, actually it says pass equals Jumpy doll. So I'm guessing Jumpy doll is a password of some sort.
What the hell
Beats
does
me.
that mean? Looks handwritten. She must have put it on here herself, so she wouldn't lose it. Forget it. We were still looking the cart over when I heard a commotion from the other part of the room.
Alice! What's wrong? Alice!
Oh no!
What are you planning to do with that?
Vi and I turned around and gasped.
Damn it!
We ran to the other end of the room and skidded around the partition. Well, that was a late reaction. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. She didn't seem stable. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Her face was an emotionless mask. She was not well. The look on her face was all too familiar. Quark. She looked just like Quark had before he went insane. But that meant...
Goodbye.
Her hand moved, lifting the scalpel up high in the air, then driving it down toward her heart. Oh, she actually managed this time? Nobody stopped her? Okay. Quark end. An equal and opposite reaction. Okay. Oh, let me check the achievements I got real quick. Because this is the second half of a sentence. So that means... Okay. Strange. Maybe I'll get the other one eventually. Okay, water break, as I said. I need to get some water. All right. We now should have everything together to get the leftmost path. I think. Skibbity skip skip. Okay. Now, That one is definitely too long, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could fit, but okay, we'll go for Milkovoli first, and then Jumpy Doll second. No. Okay, then GTF ML 016 and Jumpy. Oh. Oh, God, what was Kurashiki? Right. I've got so many passwords that I had to write down by now. Did I... Who that she... Hey. Yep. It was Jumpy Doll. Yeah. Okay, let's try the other ones. I don't know. Milkovoli. EGF DM L 016. Eh? Okay. Okay. Yeah, in very messy notes. Oh my. Possible answers. The only other password that I have is not really a password. That would be completed. The code that we got last time. Hers is the only ID we have. Do we have it saved for some reason? Why is it not saved? No, the only other route that we haven't completed yet is still locked. Yeah, I know. But the way I pronounce it, it sounded a lot more like jumpy. So I was like, okay, let's try it. Maybe they put it down incorrectly. I put jumpy that one time. But okay, I guess we'll have to replay that ending real quick again. maybe super annoying. Would be nice. No. As I said, the only other route that we haven't played yet is still locked. So let's go for... It should be around here, right? Form 3 deactivation code, Alice End. Okay. Guess we have to start here. Those are all the bad endings that I don't really need. Or I don't see a reason to play. Let's let's say it like that. I'm gonna go and play this one real quick again until we get to the infirmary. Skip. So we get to see the card. It's gonna be a pain to sit through again. Oops, that was the wrong one. Good job, me. Yeah. Return. This one. Yes. Kurashiki. Yes.
Nope. You?
Jumpy doll. Unless this is supposed to be a 0.
Well, actually it says pass equals Jumpy doll. So I'm guessing Jumpy doll is a password of some sort.
Back we go. Because it was so fun the first time. K-U-R-A-S-H-E-I-K-I. Kurashiki. Try that again, and then we shall try it. Nope. Maybe we just turn it around. Is it? But it would make sense. It says ID, so Kurashiki would make sense. The other ones are... We have like a door code that would be the GTF get the fuck out code. And I have Milkovoli where I have no idea what it's supposed to be a part of. Good. Um. I have both of those, so... So it is supposed to be this. Great. Right, yeah, I should have maybe remembered or written down two-headed line, one-headed line. Yeah, oh well. Bye. Come over here.
What's wrong?
I got in.
How did you figure out the login?
Because I'm God. I don't know. I just knew it.
What the hell do you mean you just knew it?
I just knew it means I just knew it. I am God. Bye. You gave me the same line when I asked you how you knew my name.
Why are you bringing that up? It doesn't have anything to do with this.
You sure? It might.
What? I don't...
Oh, look. Just forget about that. Come, take a look at this.
Sure. Fine. Just let me get right on that. Are you out of your damn mind? Tell me what the hell is going on here? Why do you know how to log into this computer?
Why, how many times do I have to tell you? Are you even listening to me? We continued to yell at one another for several more minutes. But no matter what Fi asked me, I could never come up with an answer that satisfied her. That is so strange. Eventually, she seemed to give up. Because she can regress sometimes
You
as
still
well.
don't make any sense, but I don't think you're lying.
Thanks. Downright I'm not.
And the AB game deadline isn't getting any further away.
True.
All right. Let's see what this thing has for us. Where are we supposed to start? Looks like there's tons of stuff in here. Oh, can you tell me the ID that you put in? I can try searching for that. Maybe we'll get a hit.
I gave her what she'd asked for. GGF DML016. Her search returned several files, and after examining them for a moment, Fi opened one. Golem unit details. Are these product specifications for a golem?
Looks like it.
So was GGF DML016 a golem?
You seem to know more about all this than I do. Fine, whatever. Just read the file. Maybe it'll make more sense. Let's see here.
As I thought.
Yeah.
Luna. Why is the picture of Luna in this file?
There's something written underneath it. It says, appearance after application of ABT.
ABT.
There's this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT. When a golem's all
I
new and
miss you,
shiny,
buddy.
they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton.
Best character in the whole game.
Makes us look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle of...
I see. Luna was a golem, and DML016 was her product ID.
That must have been what Golem was trying to tell us when he was stopped. But why? Why would Luna be in the game?
I don't know how autonomous she really is, but I find it hard to believe she would have come here of her own free will.
So you're saying she was sent here by Zero Xenia?
Probably. Look. At the bottom of the screen, it shows her current status.
Currently operational. Executing special mission. You think a special mission is to participate in the game?
Probably.
So why did Zero Xenia want a robot as a participant? You think maybe it was to supervise the rest of us? Maybe if something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct it or something.
What if it was some kind of Voight-Kampff test?
And
it's
what?
from an old book. A test to see how human she was. Whether or not 8 people would be able to figure out she was a robot. That might almost explain the whole game, actually. Making us solve puzzles and play the AB game. All of those things could have been designed to give us a chance to see her true nature.
So it's kind of like the Chinese room.
Yeah. Luna is the girl locked in the room. And the 8 of us are the people outside it.
She's the blue
Well,
girl.
like I always say,
It's just a possibility, right?
All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
When did you figure it out? That she was a golem, I mean.
right now. I didn't know until I saw this stuff.
Well, I knew it from the last round. You're lying. When I told you about what happened with Golem in the pantry, you said something about how this game might be sort of like the Chinese room.
I don't know why I said that. It just
All I'd say, my
felt like it
suspicion
made
was
sense.
made clear. Like you just knew it?
Yeah. Look, forget about that. See Luna's status?
Operational. It says the same thing it did a minute ago. Operational. Currently. Executing special mission, meaning she's not dead. Use your brain. Wait, what the hell? Luna's
You think robots die? She was only injected with muscle relaxant.
Ten minutes remain, or if no...
Of course. Luna's the one who opened the AB gate.
That might not be the only thing she did. Look,
What do you mean?
what are the last 3 digits of her product ID?
060.
And where have we seen that before?
No, I don't believe it. Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover and Temioji?
We should go check her body. You remember where it is?
Room 2? The crew quarters, of course, I remember. Because room 2 is like the death cell. the mark of this facility. You are right.
Yeah.
Why? Why would Luna...
And I trust him.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's go. The game hasn't stopped. If we don't vote, we're going to get penalized.
Right. Off we go then. Oh, we are the only remaining ones on this route, I forgot. Who are we playing against though?
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about this thing.
Right. Luna's bracelet.
Yeah, with her bracelet, there's 3 in this room. I stepped outside and set Luna's bracelet down, then headed back into the AB room. Just stay outside, idiot!
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
Alright, I'll go ahead and hit the start button. And just do so.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Wait! Sigma!
Huh? Idiot. Luna? I told you to stay outside. Why does he never listen to this? The voice in his head. I don't feel hurt at all. Wait. What the hell is going on? Why is Luna here?
She's probably planning on participating in the game.
You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms?
Yeah.
How's she going to vote?
Betray. I'm sure of it. Why else would she have come here? If she wanted to vote ally, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
She's got 7 BP, right?
Yeah. Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now. Have you totally lost it? She doesn't have her bracelet on. And besides, she's a golem. She isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
Then why is she doing this?
Isn't that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally. We could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP. She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
10 seconds remain on 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Why can't I skip that?
And I trust him.
Yep,
2,
we're gonna
1.
vote ally? Because I think she's testing humanity right now.
Round 3.
I could, of course, be totally wrong. But she has never
Sigma,
once voted
are you
betray.
insane? Why the hell did you choose ally?
Wait, we can talk about that later. Right now, she's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then... there it was. Thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted.
Then she let the system vote ally for her?
Results from round 3.
Right, the results.
Yeah. Let's go have a look.
Oh, it displays them as dead? Interesting.
Points have been assigned or subtracted
But then
accordingly.
has that ever happened before? Or did we never
Please check
get to
your
these
bracelet
screens?
to see your updated bracelet points.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically. And the other 6 got penalized. Oh yeah. That penalty, right. Forgot. And again, what was that? 5 of them are already dead. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah. That means all those penalties are meaningless. Why did Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but... Alright. What do you want to do, Sigma? Do you want to leave?
What? You're kidding, right? Weren't you the one who kept on about how Quark's still alive? Can't just run off and leave him here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
And Luna too, right?
Luna.
The Ambidex gates have round 4 of the Ambidex game will be star keys.
Yes, hello? Fine, I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflex. I was a magenta pair, just like before, but Phi had changed to a red solo. Didn't really matter though. Both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door, and we'd never have to play another AB game again.
Alright. Quark comes first. Let's go.
She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels. Ugh. Why are we looking at everything? Yes. Now in warehouse B. Great. What was that again? The director's office? I think. The rec room? So brutal. And the Golem Bay. Golem! Miss you, buddy.
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
correct? According to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on the thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. What about it? Well, the other one is obviously open.
See the lock?
Oh.
Yeah.
Then who the hell opened it and how?
There's only one person who could have opened it.
True. Luna.
Alright, let's head in.
Okay. I would appreciate like 0.5 speed right now. What the heck are these things?
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
Correct. Whatment pods? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why. But I felt a strong sense of déjà vu when I looked at them, and suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left, is it being used?
The glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Look on the screen to the right. Let's crack it open then.
Yeah.
Hello! Quark? Quark? Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse.
This is it.
He looks happy. Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pod's display had given us a little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he'd been given an anesthetic which had put him to sleep.
Ready?
So he's not
What's wrong?
infected anymore?
You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
What about Luna? Is it really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too? Think about it. Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay. There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
Nah. But why?
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
016.
And what's that the same number as?
The last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AB room that Luna came out of.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
That means any alibi she might have for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
To keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay. Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive. But look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer? Think this through, Sigma. Luna's
Dio.
a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero Junior's. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here. The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
Did you say that? Can't remember. Okay, you're right. Let's get out of here.
Damn. Don't scare me like that. Okay, I'm going to open it. You ready?
You don't have to ask me. Isn't that what you always say?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
With a heavy, labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit her body, Phi slipped through it. I followed her through, Quark still cradled in my arms. Inside was a massive lift platform, like the kind used to move industrial cargo. Phi turned to face me, and I shoved Quark into her arms. Get out of here? Before she could respond, I spun around and ran. Yep.
The number 9.
Sigma! What the hell are you thinking? Get back here!
Too late. Sorry, Phi. There's something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
No! You don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma! Think about what you're doing! Sigma! Listen to me!
Why do you sound
can't
so
do this!
panicked? Well, obviously again. He's all for that robot, Annie.
The number. This thing as escape. Please.
I had no regrets. In fact, with fine Quark's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives had been achieved, and a difficult choice had been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. Alright, time to go. Luna's waiting. Luna. Oh. I knew you'd be here.
You knew?
Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green. I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. I'm not sure what you meant just now, but are you talking about something that happened in another history?
What?
I know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
Who told you that? The little birdie. Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial on the bottom. I was about to wonder, do we get a voice
Sigma,
message through that
Aren't
thing?
you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do it.
Oh? Why do you think I didn't do it? I'd like to know your reasoning.
All right. I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. Might as well start with the old woman. Oh god, you start there? There's no point beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
Why do you think so?
Her left arm had blood splatter all the way up to the elbow. That's a short arm, except for a stripe on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood splatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the luminol. That meant Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
Then why are you so sure?
Because he confessed.
What?
After his bracelet reacted to the luminol, I confronted him.
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Wait, when did that happen?
In a different timeline.
Isn't that against the rules?
What rules? I hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments. Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? The truth is the truth. Let's say that Incident P happened, and after that the timeline splits into Timeline A and Timeline B. I don't think it's unfair to base a theory in Timeline A on information I found in Timeline B. After all, A and B both came from the same place, P. If you traced the history of both timelines, you'd end up back at Incident P. Now, if I could change what happened with Incident P by visiting Timeline A or B, then yes, it would be a different story. I don't know that it would be unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principle of causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the nonary game. Somehow he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling this plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, and I don't know how he did it either. But the fact remains that he did. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AB rooms. And someone turned out to be the old woman. He left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out on her own. Somehow he managed to get close enough to stab her. He did it near the wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so that he wouldn't get any blood on himself. Yeah, logic's right. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. No, wait, actually? He probably took the bracelet first. Then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, the point is, he got the bracelet and put it on. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the rightmost AB room and its neighbor. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he headed back into the AB room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep, so as far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone.
Somebody think of the children.
There won't be anyone left. I'd rather die here.
She'd been infected with Radical 6. I think that infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she'd found in the warehouse after the AB room moved, and exposed it. She took it with her and then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Next are Clover and Tamioji. The first question is, who put the handcuffs on them? Dio. The clue is the message Clover left, Series 16. If you think about it though, it doesn't make sense. Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. That means she would have had to ride with her right hand on her right thigh. I feel like it would be really hard to do that, you know? Why not just use your left thigh? When she died, her legs slumped together and the message got transferred to the right thigh. Ah, that's what she did. Okay, we just never saw the original because she didn't bother to check. We didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Theo. Yeah, I said that looked weird. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. Now, about Kay and Dio, I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagine it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with aluminol. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. He would have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the light off, it would be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. Yeah, when he found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned to switch the lights off and Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty bad, but he didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Then he died, so that accounts for all 6 bodies, none of them your fault.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but all of your theories are just, well, theories. Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure? Say she was infected with Radical 6. She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves.
Yes. But we've played this over and over again, and she only ever died by her own hand. So the theory is still sound in my eyes. But yeah, it's interesting to see that it all fits together, but it definitely is a very convoluted story that they could have shortened down so much. Some paths are just, yes, they're nice fluff to add, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, give me an extra scene with Demioji and Clover to tell me, yo, those are the characters from the first game, and Alice, I guess. Here you go. And that's it. I don't know. Make it an after credit scene where they're all talking about how this nonary game was different from the first one. Something like that. It really felt kind of unnecessary sometimes. But well. We're almost done. Yay!
As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them. You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt. The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much? I'm a machine. I'm part of this place. How can you trust a machine?
That's why
What?
I trust you. I trust you because your robot. Your robotness is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons actually.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. Sigma.
Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is in the central server. You should know everything that's happened here. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence. Eventually we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down and, just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them. How should I explain? Well, actually, you got most of it right.
That doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
Well, first, yes, Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door. Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
That doesn't really sound like sneaking. It sounds more like he just walked in. True.
Yes, I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily. But that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise. Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him here?
In a way.
But why?
Because his presence was an important part of Zero's project.
What project?
I can't go into that right now. We'd be here forever. Right now, let's just focus on the murders, okay? Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he come
to
here?
make sure Zero's project failed. His first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms.
5th and 6th?
Counting from the left in their original placement.
Oh, in other words, the rightmost room would be the 6th, and the one next to it would be the 5th?
Right.
Yeah, duh.
After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while that was happening?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off. Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr. I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
But doesn't that then go against her coding? Yes, she couldn't have done anything. But shouldn't she have, I don't know, tried to stop it anyway? According to those 3 laws of robotics? I don't know. wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room with the crane?
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Then who moved the old woman?
Me. It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why did you do that?
Because I was ordered to.
What?
Luna, listen to me very carefully.
Yep.
As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours. This will be the culmination of many years of hard work. We cannot afford failure.
Yes, I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the nonary game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes, our plan dictates that I must. An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected. You've been briefed on him already, correct?
Yes. He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place. If a pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this. We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen? I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6. Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
That is none of your concern. Your only concern is to follow your orders.
But...
Luna, I am giving you an order. I am in command, and you do as I say. You are programmed to do as I say. You know this.
Yes.
Good. Now, I have one final order.
Another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them.
Where?
To the room you are about to enter, the 6th AB room.
But why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, we need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants. You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio, or the body, or that you carried it to the 6th AB room. You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
Is that an order?
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. After that, I went into the AB room as I'd been told to. As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated. But since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake. So I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
And you saw the old woman being murdered.
Yes. It was
Seriously?
hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her. When she'd said she had one final order for me, I didn't understand what she meant. Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do. When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
I think I understand. Everything you did because you'd been ordered to.
Yes.
And it was the old woman who gave you those orders? Then is she Zero
No.
Senior? What? But if she gave you the orders...
She did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
There was someone else?
Yes.
And that person is Zero Senior?
Yes. We worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose technically my orders came from both of them. And they were both controlling Zero Junior too. I told you before that Zero Junior moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me. I don't know. I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually, we'd figured out that the rooms had been moved and that she was in your room.
Then maybe they wanted the opposite.
You mean...
Maybe they wanted you to suspect me.
That doesn't make sense either. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the room?
You're right. Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife there.
Yes, I think so.
But how would they know that?
Well, whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved, which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life. Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to. In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet. So she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Wait, you were listening to us in the security office?
Yes. That wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
You were watching through the security cameras.
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice. That she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes. It wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman, and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it, but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
Because of your orders?
Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun. I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course. While we were fighting over it...
Shouldn't she be stronger than Clover, though? As a robot? Yes. Covered in human flesh. In ATP, was it? Whoa, hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in the fight. I get that part. What I don't understand is why it did anything to you.
You mean because I'm a golem? One of my orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
That's why you, died? To keep up the facade that you were human?
No. I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again. He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders, too. So to make it look like I had died, he turned the power off. Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me. She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
How can you be so sure?
When I collapsed, she looked terrified. She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator?
Yes.
That uses an electric shock to restart the heart, right?
Correct.
So that was why she left?
Yes.
At 0 hours, 11 minutes 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew quarters.
She ran off toward the infirmary. On the way, she bumped into Dio. Yes. I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go
Yes.
by?
I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing. But he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
At 0 hours 12 minutes, Dio enters the room.
He seemed pretty surprised to find my body. It didn't take him long to get over it, though.
Wouldn't imagine it would. What did he do then?
He'd gone there for 2 reasons. One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue Solo.
Right, without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't be able to get through the secondary door.
Yeah, but he couldn't find it.
Of course, Fi had already taken it by then.
Yes, but there was something else he wanted to do too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was gruesome.
But why did he want the knife? Was it because he used it to kill the old woman?
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade. That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Why wouldn't he want anyone to see
You
that?
remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the blade. Yes.
What does
It's the
Myrmidons
name of the
mean?
organization he belongs to.
What is it, like a club or
I
something?
don't think so.
Well, what is it then?
I don't really know. I'm afraid not.
Wait, wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero was doing?
Yes.
Then, wouldn't that mean that he's on our side?
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people. I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
You've got a point. Damn it, this is ridiculous. I guess this enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Yeah, keep going. After he took the knife, Dio rifled through what few belongings Alice had. Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. He was probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to case Sooooo. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it. At least as far as Luna could tell. At 0 hours, 13 minutes, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back, but Dio didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said they began to fight.
The fuck do you think you're doing?
Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up. Kamioji?
Dio, what the hell are you doing?
None of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile old shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
He let out a yell and leapt towards Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with his knife. Kamioji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. Then, as the knife edged closer, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to force it away. That sound. But Dio was much younger and stronger, and the wound Temioji gave him with the knife didn't do him any favors. He put up a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off, and Temioji collapsed to the floor.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. About this? How cute. You two really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually, I already have.
Are you gonna beat us to death or something?
No, nothing so tasteless.
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close, give or take. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
We'll be penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors. So unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream. Well, I'm off to the Floor B warehouse, okay? Enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
25 minutes passed and no one came. Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean me, Fi, and Kay, right?
Yes. You were in the crew quarters at this point.
Kay had told us about you. We'd also noticed that the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only he'd known what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Tenmyoji, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Sooooo.
The anesthetic, right?
Yes. Almost immediately they started to feel sleepy. I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the word she wrote was Dio.
Yes. As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you. Your theory was essentially correct. What you said was what happened.
It's okay, sprayed Dio's bracelet with aluminol, then while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with the knife, with the axe. Dio mortally wounded him, but didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with the spear. And I guess that's when we found them.
Yes.
When did Kay get the luminol?
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked them over for anything useful.
And that was when he found the luminol.
Right. That's everything that happened. Do you have any questions?
Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the woods? Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. Why was it in the infirmary?
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
But why did Tenmyoji have Quark's bracelet?
I told him where it was. Do you remember when you were in the rec room with Phi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah, when he sprayed us with the luminol, right?
Right
Sure, I
after
remember.
then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Tenmyoji. The center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
That was the treatment room, right?
Yes.
Where Quark was
Right. It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
out of relief,
Yes.
right?
The display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment you looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
Why was Quark's bracelet off?
I took it off. Aluminum foil.
How? What? You mean the stuff from the crew quarters?
Oh, you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
What?
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching.
Wait, so you're telling me the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves your heart sends out?
Yes. All you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
And the bracelet thinks your heart has stopped.
Yes.
Holy shit! It was that easy all along.
Anyway, I used some aluminum foil to get Quark's bracelet off. Then I put it next to the pod.
Wait, why was Quark in the pod to begin with?
Oh, that's easy. I put him there.
When did you do that?
Remember when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So you carried him to the treatment pod.
Yes.
Were you the one who unlocked the treatment center then?
No, I was not. I do not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
So it was Zero
That's
Jr.
right.
He reactivated your body too, right? Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? It was just doing what Zero Senior and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them, huh? Of course it does. So, are you going to tell me?
you what?
Isn't that obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens in here has something to do with it. So why were we brought here?
To play the nonary game.
And why were we supposed to play the nonary game?
That was part of the project.
Why did Alice kill herself?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Senior and the old woman did that. It was a
Why?
necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
What would have happened if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally killed me. I wouldn't
Then
have
what?
collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and Temioju died for this project.
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the tuberculine that killed them. But they were only injected with it because of their bracelets. And they were only wearing those bracelets because of the nonary game. If the nonary game was part of the project, then that's one more way it killed them.
I guess. If you want to look at it that way.
What other way is there to look at it? Now, what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
Then if Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would never have happened, right?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Why did
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
To disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
Six people died here. 4 of them were murdered one way or another by Dio. At first, that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died, but that's not true, is it? All of them, all 6 of them, they all died for this project. That means that the murderer, or I guess I should say murderers, were the old lady and Zero Senior, right? Please, Luna, tell me, what is this project about? Who is the old woman? Who is Zero?
Sigma. Would you hug me?
What? Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna
This
crying?
feels nice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand onto her head and began to gently stroke her hair. Hey, Luna. What the hell is going on?
I'm sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber. But after Clover gave me the Does it scare you? This is what I really look like. I'm a golem. Just a machine. A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time. Even though I look like this?
Of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have. Do you remember what you asked me earlier? About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body? Remember? The truth is, he didn't. I did. I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr., and I hacked it. Yes. What? That was the first thing. The second. Do you know what the second one was? If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji. Then Kay and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself, and I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning. In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders.
See?
But
Told you.
I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Jr.'s systems is very, very bad. Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous, so we're terminated if we disobey. You lose access to your body, of course, but everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
What? Wait, are you saying...
Yes. Very soon now I'll be gone. Zero Jr. is probably recovering himself right now. Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
What way?
I watched 6 people die and did nothing. I deserved this.
No, no you don't. If you had done something, you would have been killed anyway. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong.
Oh, Sigma. Thank you. I'm really glad I met you.
Luna! Luna! It's going to be okay. I'm not gonna let them do this. You're gonna be fine, I promise. Just please don't.
I'm sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms.
Have fun at uni.
Thank you, Sigma. And goodbye, Doctor.
Doctor? But she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. I was planning to end it after this ending anyway, so... Don't worry, you're not missing anything. With one last quiet chime, the music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart. No, 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 no. Luna end. There we go. Tears in the rain. Oh. So the only remaining one is Phi. And it's not unlocked yet? Oh. Okay. So I do have to play some bad endings? I don't want to though. Mm. That was one hell of a long novel section. Okay, so whose bad ending do I need? Well, it doesn't really matter if we go for it here. So, I don't know. I guess.
2 minutes remain
to go
until
get to this.
polling
So,
closes.
right, let's go. Damn. All right, so we got a lot done, I would say. Still quite a lot of story sections left for us, though. Oof. But we got this. We'll manage somehow. I don't think we're gonna be able to finish it tomorrow, but we'll get closer to the ending, so I can finally get to the games that I want to play. Yay! But anyways, as always, thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye. And Suki, don't fall asleep. Okay. Bye bye.